pulled out the stock fuel pump out of the Trans Am yesterday afternoon. All went well. Hopefully you've seen that video. If not, check out one of the previous ones. But this is the way the pump sits in the car. Obviously the flange is flat. And then down, this guy here is your return. I was looking at it. The new pump, the return will be shooting right at, we'll see what we can do. Anyways, I got the Aeromotive 340 and I got the Racetronics hot wire kit for these F bodies. So I'm gonna start by disconnecting all this, whatever needs to be disconnected, and reinstall the pump, rewire whatever I need to rewire. This looks good so far, and go from there. So follow me along. So looked at it a little bit more. I think what I'm going to do is just rip this old filter off, pop the electric pump out of the way. I guess this has to come out. I'll be using this to replace, or in its replacement. So let's see. I'm going to pull the sock off that and see what part number it is. I can almost guarantee you it's OEM. So that's a seal that was in between the pump and the feed line. I'm going to replace it with this, I guess, onto there. Put the sock on it, slip it back in, put the filter on it, and then I'll take a look at what kind of wiring I have to look or do. I guess there's a ground. I'll have to do that, I think. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I just took the cap off the Aeromotive. And I already lubed this, and it's snug, but it's pliable. So I'm going to slip it up in here, get around the seat for the pump. I got to figure out a way to listen to music and record these tidbits for posterity. What I just did here for the fuel pump, I'm going to do 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them is the evap, so I think I'm going to plug it. Where did that cap go? Maybe I'll even use that. Be nice. Anyways, I'm going to figure out my wiring. Alright, another day, another dollar. If you remember from the last vid, I ended up pulling the fuel pump out of the Trans Am, made an access panel to get to the fuel pump, and now I'm putting the Aeromotive fuel pump in. But I had to take a break. I had to think about it for a little while. The Racetronics hot wire kit that I'm going to run from the back post of the alternator all the way to the fuel pump has a 10 gauge power wire, which makes sense. The pump can pull as much as 20 amps, 12 to 14 volts, but up to 20 amps. Which got me thinking, the Aeromotive fuel pump has these spindly little, I don't know what they be, maybe 16, 18 probably. I've got 18 gauge wire up here, pretty small to run 20 amps through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some heavier gauge wire through it. I took off the bulkhead connector, which is this. I just snipped it from the top, and this is the connector that's going to plug and play with the Racetronics. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to splice and solder heavy gauge wire in and run it all the way through. I got a grommet for the top of the fuel pump where the bulkhead used to be, and then run it straight out into this. So I'm not sure if I'm going to record it all because my batteries have been acting funny, but that's what my plan is, and we'll see when it's all done. Alright, let's put this thing back in. So I got my Aeromotive pump with the sock on it, and I've already put the retaining ring on the top of the pump. Come on, sweetheart. Alright, getting past. Alright. So, the pump's gonna sit about there. It's actually a pretty good fit right there. Alright. The pump itself fits into these grooves. You can see each groove there. And you push them down, and then you put the ring in and slide the ring all the way around. I'll show you that in a minute. First off, I'm going to get the hoses on in place. That might take me a minute. I may end up just double or triple speeding this part, so bear with me. I'll leave the cameras running so people can see what's going on, but for the most part it's just sliding hoses into place. Alright. I hope YouTube doesn't ban this video for the sake of me listening to Led Zeppelin. Alright. Try to, when you do your hoses, make things as easy as possible for yourself by aligning your hose clamps in the same direction. Now I've got enough hose clamps here. I might even, for the sake of peace of mind, I might put 2 on the pressure side. I know you don't have to. I'll probably get some smirks and some giggles about this, but I've got them. Why not use them? Doesn't hurt. And then of course on my low pressure side, on the return side, you probably don't need more than 1. Okay, that's 4 or 8, I guess. Now just for the vent line for the gas filler. So again, this is the 3/8 inch vent line. So it doesn't have to be overkill. I like to overkill things, but this side doesn't need to be overkilled. It's just vent, it's not under any pressure per se. Not like the pressure of the fuel pump. Put a little lube on there to make it slide on a little easier. Right, you can see daylight between there, so I'm happy with that. This will probably hold it away and down from it anyways, so I'm pretty happy with that. And of course this is my evap line. I plugged it and then
put heat shrink on it. So, and then the other evap line is under here, just empty. It's not connected to anything up front. So, all right, so let me move some tools and then I will move to some wiring.